want to talk about the classics? If you're a Batman fan, this definitely counts as one of the iconic Batmobiles ever created. Welcome everyone from What's on the Table. This is Prof G and you are watching another episode of Graded, the show where we're not just going to unbox or review a particular statue, collectible, or figure. We are actually going to give it a grade at the end of each video. So for this episode, we are going to grade the 1/6 scale 1966 Batmobile by Jazzinc Dioramas. Now, this Batmobile was announced and teased by Jazzinc last 2021 and was released around the year 2022. See, I was happy with the first Batmobile I got from them, namely the BVS Justice League version of the Batmobile, this one right here, and I thought I might as well pull the trigger on this one. I mean, it was a no-brainer. They didn't have any competition on this piece, and so far, I was pretty satisfied with their output. I graded the 1995 Batmobile and the 1989 Batmobile from Jazzinc as well, and so far so good. I was happy with it. So I decided to open this now. Now I know I'm kinda late in the game. I was supposed to save the unboxing of this one once I get the 1/6 scale Adam West Batman and Robin out, but I couldn't wait any longer. And again, that's the beauty of it. I gotta see if this Batmobile is still jaw-dropping as other collectors say, without the hype of it being a new release. Priced at around 72,000 pesos, which is around $1,300, I ordered this directly from the Jazzinc website. So as you can see right in front of you, you have the art box of the 1/6 scale 1966 Batmobile by Jazzinc Dioramas, showing you a bit of a nostalgia with the classic logo of the Batman from the TV series and a good looking quality box print from Jazzinc. You got the names of the people who worked on this project, so hats off to you guys and thank you so much for creating this one. And once you open up this art box of the 1966 Batmobile, you are going to be greeted with the styro with the slots containing the accessories of the Batmobile. This one is called the Batbeam, which will be attached at the hood of the Batmobile. You got the manual and other small parts and accessories for the vehicle. A cloth for cleaning. Yes, this one is going to be useful as I know this will definitely be a fingerprint magnet. The remote control of the Batmobile that controls all the lights for the interior and exterior. A bunch of decals. The Bat Ram, which is attached at the front of the Batmobile. You got the power supply and the flame effect that is attached at the afterburner tube located at the back of the vehicle. Opening the cover, you are gonna see the 1966 Batmobile and will you look at that? That's a good looking shiny Batmobile over there. I gotta tell you, there's nothing like it. And the first thing I actually did is use this cleaning cloth to wipe the dust off, as you know, it's been in the box for quite some time, and knowing how I am, we spent a lot of time wiping the dust off from this vehicle while we're doing the unboxing. But here it is. Let's put on all the accessories, all the attachments, and complete the look of this 1966 Batmobile from the Batman TV series by Jazzinc Dioramas. My collector friends, this is the 1/6 scale 1966 Batmobile by Jazzinc Dioramas. It's iconic and it's definitely unforgettable. Some Batmobiles are designed to strike fear. This one was made to steal the show. Now granted, I was still young when this Batmobile version was made, but my father being a Batman fan as well, and thanks to the internet where we see a bunch of clips floating around for us to see, you know, the one where the Batman was really comical in nature with those dialogues, costumes, and fight scenes, I just felt like having this 1/6 scale to accompany my other 1/6 scale vehicles was really gonna attract a lot of eyeballs once displayed on the shelves. Let's talk about this vehicle by Jazzinc. Now what's amazing is that if I remember correctly, this wasn't even in Jazzinc's original production plan. Due to licensing challenges and niche demand, early on when Jazzinc was still working on their vehicles like a passion project, but one that collectors have been dreaming about for years. And that includes me. Yep, right here. It includes me. Now I'm not sure, but I think this is one of the first licensed vehicles by the company. I get it. It was a risk because it's definitely a niche market. Now think about it, Hot Toys could have made their own version and they actually teased doing so many years ago. They didn't pull the trigger. Not sure what the issue was, maybe the demand at that time wasn't so great. They did push through with the TV series Hot Toys figures though. But Jazzinc was brave enough to produce this one and I'm glad that they did. A lot of people from the community were happy and it's really one of a kind. Now let's start grading this 1966 Batmobile, shall we? First, the accessories. Now, unlike the 1989 Batmobile where it had a lot of included accessories on the set, this one we kind of have a decent amount only as I don't think there are a lot of attachments needed for this to complete the look. You got the bat ram at the front, which is a good addition, but it kind of still looks good without it. The bat beam on top of the hood, which not a lot of people know, this gadget over here has a lot of purpose and is actually powerful. You got some screens over here with different designs that is actually a magnet and can be attached to the dashboard. You have the antenna over here that is attached at the back of the vehicle, and you have this flame effect that is attached to the burner. That's about it. Not much, but we don't need much. Although a lot of people in the community were asking maybe we should put more gadgets and attachments like grapple hooks, chain and barrier slicers. I mean, yeah, it's a good idea, but not really necessary if you ask me. Second, let's talk about the body and all those special features, details, and gadgets that form the iconic Batmobile. Now, the body was based on the classic Lincoln Futura, repainted into what we know now as the iconic black and red color scheme. That glossy black finish, the red trim, the bubble windshield, it's like watching the intro to the 1966 series all over again. And if you notice, I learned my lesson. This is actually the first time I wore gloves because, well, for obvious reasons, this piece and the paint job is a fingerprint magnet. We've spent a lot of time wiping down dust while we were doing the shoot for this one, but not really complaining because it's, I think, close to accurate. But if we're going to talk about the highlights of this piece, let's list them down. The cockpit or dashboard is insanely detailed. From the bat phone to the labels on the control panels, all the buttons and levers, everything is there. The paint job, high gloss black with sharp clean red pinstripes. Not a lot of overlapping paint, but really my only concern is the fact that it's a fingerprint magnet. Once you clean this and wipe down all possible dirt and fingerprints, make sure you have this in an enclosure because if you don't, I guarantee you won't stop cleaning this. The tires, made out of rubber and turning wheels. Nice looking emblems too on the wheels as well. So those are the infamous wheel slashing hubcaps. Pretty cool, pretty cool. The interior, very good attention to detail. The levers on the side and on the top, like this one right here where it says emergency bat turn lever. I mean, I like how they put the word bat on every single feature or button in this vehicle. Other accessories like this one, I love how they made the bag of parachutes at the back. Great material and just to be honest, one of my favorite additions of this vehicle. And also, you have the option to open the doors on each side of the vehicle and even the compartment at the back. Now, depending on how you will display this, if you want Batman and Robin posing like they are just about to ride a Batmobile, you can do that as well. There are a lot of intricate details present in this vehicle and kudos to Jazzinc for trying their best to really backtrack and do some history lessons and check out a lot of reference materials just to get all of those added in this piece. Last but not the least, we gotta talk about the light-up feature. Now, I understand that when we display this majority of the time, we are not gonna use the light-up feature. And that goes with a lot of our collection, either that might be a statue or even other 1/6 scale vehicles. But this one, this 1966 Batmobile by Jazzinc really gave us a very amusing light-up feature on key places of the vehicle. Like this high-intensity halogen headlights, taillights, the afterburner lights, the rotating police siren lights and strobe lights, the lights on the dashboard, and heck, even the bat phone lights up. All of it is controlled by this dedicated remote control. I mean, I don't know guys, the light-up feature really makes this piece extra special because imagine if this was just a model kit car without a light-up feature, it's just gonna be meh. So good thing Jazzinc was really generous enough to give us those bright and blinking light-up features. Now here's the real shocker. This Batmobile actually got made. That's the shocking thing. If we think about it, it's not even among the top 3 most requested Batmobiles in modern collector circles, and yet Jazzinc made it happen. And we got a 1/6 scale piece that might be the most accurate, most nostalgic version of the 66 Batmobile ever produced. And I gotta tell you guys, this is at the top of my favorites list in the category of 1/6 scale vehicles ever made by any company. Now, is it expensive? Well, it ain't cheap, and it's also not that expensive. It's fair. For what you're getting, the scale, the accuracy, the materials, and display impact, this might just be the ultimate tribute to the campy Cape Crusader era. Having said that, for this 1966 Batmobile by Jazzinc, for its quality, the stunning build, premium materials true to Jazzinc standards, the likeness, arguably the most accurate 1966 Batmobile in collectible form, the price, in my opinion, fairly priced, and you're paying for precision and nostalgia. Plus, at that time when this was posted, it was at a lower price. Try checking out eBay or the after-sales market on how it skyrocketed. And the design concept, a heartfelt homage to one of Batman's most iconic rides, I am going to give it a grade of 9.2. If I'm not mistaken, this is the highest grade I have given in any 1/6 scale vehicle I've ever graded. Now, unlike the 1989 where we got a lot of accessories and added features like smoke effects and sounds, for some reason I enjoyed looking at the 1966 Batmobile more than the others. It doesn't blend with the all-black tones of majority of the Batmobiles, but put this beside your other vehicles, this has the potential to steal the show. Thanks guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do me a solid and click on the like and subscribe button, or even just give me a shout at the comment section below. If you have a different grade you would want to give this 1966 Batmobile by Jazzinc, please let me know also in the comment section below. Thanks again guys, this is Prof G and you just watched another episode of Graded. See you all on the next one.